The restaurant was one of the most expensive in the city. Crystal chandeliers shimmered above white tablecloths, and soft piano music floated through the air. Couples laughed quietly, glasses clinked, and waiters moved like shadows. At the center table, sitting completely alone, was Daniel Cross. Everyone in the city knew his name. A self-made millionaire, owner of a global tech company, cold, untouchable, and deaf. Daniel couldn't hear the music, the laughter, or the whispers that followed him wherever he went. He only saw them, mouths moving, eyes staring, people pretending not to look. He dined alone every Friday. Same table, same meal, same silence. The waiter approached, speaking slowly and clearly so Daniel could read his lips. "Your usual, sir?" Daniel nodded. As the waiter left, Daniel felt that familiar heaviness in his chest. Wealth could buy anything except connection. People were polite to him, respectful, afraid of him, but never close. Across the room, a cleaning lady quietly pushed her cart between tables. Her uniform was worn, her shoes scuffed. She kept her head down, careful not to disturb anyone important. Her name was Maria, and strapped to her back in a soft cloth carrier was her baby boy, Leo. The manager had warned her more than once. No baby in customer areas, but Maria had no one to watch Leo that night. If she didn't work, she didn't eat. So she cleaned quietly, praying no one would complain. Daniel noticed them. The baby's tiny hands waved excitedly. His big, curious eyes locked onto Daniel's face. Leo smiled, wide, joyful, fearless. Daniel looked away. Babies usually cried around him, or parents pulled them back, whispering apologies, afraid the powerful man might be annoyed. But this baby didn't cry. Leo leaned forward in the carrier and did something unexpected. He began to clap his hands, then waved them in the air. Daniel froze. Those weren't random movements. They were signs. Clumsy, untrained, but unmistakable. "Hello." Daniel slowly raised his eyes. The baby giggled and signed again. "Friend." Daniel's heart skipped. No one at this restaurant knew sign language. No one ever tried. Maria noticed Daniel staring and panicked. She rushed over, bowing slightly. "I'm so sorry, sir. I'll take him outside." Daniel gently raised his hand. He signed back. "Wait." Maria froze, shocked. Daniel pointed softly to the baby and signed, "He knows." Maria's eyes filled with tears. She nodded. "My mother was deaf," she signed slowly. "She taught me. I teach him." Leo clapped again, excited by the connection. Daniel felt something crack open inside him, something long sealed. The waiter returned with Daniel's food, confused by the silent conversation. Daniel didn't look at the plate. He was looking at the baby who had just spoken to him in the only language his heart truly understood. Daniel stood up. The entire restaurant noticed. Powerful men rarely stood for cleaning ladies. Daniel walked closer to Maria, slowly, carefully, so he wouldn't frighten the baby. Leo reached toward him without fear. Daniel hesitated, then gently held the baby's tiny hand. Leo immediately signed again. "You sad?" The question hit harder than any insult Daniel had ever read on lips. Daniel swallowed. He nodded once. Yes. The room was silent, though Daniel couldn't hear it. He could feel it, the shift, the stares, the confusion. Maria whispered, trembling, "I'm sorry." "He's just a baby." Daniel signed calmly. "He's the first person here who talked to me." Tears slid down Maria's cheeks. Daniel turned to the manager, who had rushed over nervously. "She stays," Daniel signed firmly. "And the baby stays." The manager nodded instantly. "Yes, sir." "Of course." Daniel returned to his table, but not alone. He invited Maria to sit. She refused at first, embarrassed. But Daniel insisted. For the first time in years, Daniel didn't eat in silence. Leo babbled happily, signing simple words. Maria translated where she could. Daniel laughed, silently, shoulders shaking, eyes bright. Then something happened that would change everything. Leo reached up, touched Daniel's chest, and signed, "Heart hurt." Daniel broke. He covered his face, shoulders trembling. Years of loneliness, loss, and silence poured out without a single sound. Maria placed a gentle hand on his arm. "You are not invisible," she signed. "You were just waiting for someone who could hear you." Daniel nodded, overwhelmed. That night, he did something no one expected. He wrote a check, not small, not generous, life-changing. He handed it to Maria. "For education, for home. For him," he signed. "And for you." Maria shook her head in disbelief. "Why us?" Daniel smiled, a real smile. "Because your baby reminded me I still exist." Weeks later, the story spread. The deaf millionaire who funded schools for deaf children, who hired single mothers, who built a sign language program in every restaurant he owned. And every Friday night, Daniel still dined at the same restaurant. But now Leo sat on his lap, clapping, signing, laughing. And Daniel was never alone again.